his vibe overall?
I think something mentally wrong with him. I don't think he's like all the way there mentally. I think he's crazy.
Legit?
That's my opinion. Yeah, I think he's legit crazy. I think something really wrong with him, but that's what make him dangerous. I think them the guys is the most dangerous people. Them delusional, crazy people who want to be the best and want their spot at greatness. So I gotta
Teofimo Lopez went face-to-face with Shakur Stevenson live, and you could feel immediately that this wasn't just another media moment. This was tension turning real. The switch flipped the moment Teofimo said, "This isn't Twitter fingers anymore. This is real boxing." He laughed off the online back and forth and made it clear typing is over. If they're trading shots now, it'll be inside the ring.
But they know each other like that. One of two things always happens. Either it's a sparring session or it's brutal.
This ain't gonna be no sparring session. This is not gonna be no sparring session.
What's it gonna be?
He's coming to win. I'm coming to win. I guarantee you that.
I'm coming to conquer.
You're not.
It didn't feel scripted. It felt like a fighter done talking. Teofimo even gave Shakur his respect in his own way. He acknowledged Shakur for jumping straight to 140 with no tune-ups, stepping outside his comfort zone, but right after that respect came the confidence. Teofimo said plainly that he's handing Shakur his first loss, and that the fight won't go the way Shakur expects. Classic Teofimo belief, so loud it borders on delusion, but that's always been part of who he is.
Full technique fighter.
Yeah.
You know, can't take anything away from it. However, scared to get hit. Scared to get knocked out in front of the world. Scared to get touched up in front of the world.
Are you saying that off of the last fight or just
in general?
In general.
In general.
Yeah.
In general. Me and Shakur sparred before. We did 3 rounds, and it was just light work and me trying to figure out his jab because he.
Then came the real grenade. Teofimo said fighting Shakur means making it ugly. He dismissed the idea of trying to out-chess the chess master, saying that kind of fight puts fans to sleep and leaves judges guessing. He rejected the best defense in boxing label, called Shakur slow, questioned his speed, claimed Shakur hasn't faced anyone on Teofimo's level yet. Shakur fired back with calm menace. Speed doesn't need hype, shows up on time. He said, everyone sees flaws until they start missing. And somehow, that quiet confidence landed harder than shouting.
It's me, you know, the king of the 140 division, super lightweight division. That's Teofimo Lopez. And, you know, he's willing to step up, get out of his comfort zone. And, yeah, you know, I give him that. However, it's not going to happen. You know, I would love to, and I see myself giving him his first loss in this performance.
Teofimo talking about forcing a quit or a knockout after rediscovering his fire sounded wild. But belief like that is exactly what makes fights dangerous. Shakur responded by grounding everything in discipline. He reminded Teofimo that higher weight doesn't change the brain, and being around Crawford doesn't inflate ambition. It sharpens control. This isn't just trash talk. It's 2 identities colliding. Chaos daring control to blink first. Someone's confidence is about to get tested in real time. After all that energy, Robert Garcia stepped in and reset the room. No hype, no drama, just truth.
Mayweather. He is considered probably the most superior, technically sound boxer in the world. So with Teofimo Lopez saying, hey, I'm going to do things that people may think is dirty, but it's legal. I can't fight in a very sound sportsmanship manner. I have to create chaos, and maybe Shakur Stevenson.
He reminded everyone that hype doesn't win, rounds decisions do. When a trainer like Garcia calls it a great matchup, what he really means is dangerous for both fighters. He acknowledged Teofimo's big wins and Shakur's chase for history, then shifted to what fans often ignore: heart and intelligence. Garcia made it clear this fight isn't about looking flashy online, it's about who plays the better hand and who doesn't blink. He talked about fights that aren't wild but still have everyone standing because the tension is unbearable. The kind of fight where every jab feels like it could change the night. In this matchup, mistakes don't disappear, they get punished. Teofimo thrives when chaos bends his way. Shakur thrives when chaos isn't allowed.
But he really want to fight Crawford, and we're going to call him out after we beat up his boy. You know,
That's the game plan, even though you guys have, even if he requires you.
Well, he ain't going to fight us, man. He ain't going to fight us, man. We've been chasing this guy for the longest. My son is even willing to go up to 160 to fight him, you know? Listen, speed kills. You know what I'm saying? Speed kills, and that's why we're gonna beat Shakur. He ain't faster than us, and we're gonna catch him.
In the room. Garcia also emphasized how rare this is, two elite fighters meeting in their prime. No excuses, no 5 years too late narratives. He quietly reminded us that even chess matches require nerve when the clock is ticking. This fight isn't about dominance. It's about composure under pressure. Then Mikey Garcia entered the conversation, sounding like someone who's already faced the puzzle. He didn't pretend there's a cheat code to Shakur. He pointed to Teofimo's size and time at the weight, saying, if you're the bigger man, you have to use it. But just as quickly, he listed Shakur's defense, footwork, and speed, acknowledging the danger without romanticizing it. Mikey made it clear that strength means nothing if you can't put Shakur where you want him. He wasn't talking about power shots. He was talking about mentality.
I'm saying at his best, because we've seen some great performances, but then we've also had those questions about Teofimo's mind, mentality in boxing, his future. So hopefully we get the best Teofimo, the Teofimo that wants to be the best in the world, because we know Shakur is one of those.
Whether Teofimo can stay disciplined enough to fight like the bigger man instead of trying to outthink the smartest guy in the room. If Teofimo wins, it won't be by being clever, it'll be by committing fully to who he is. Andre Rozier took it even deeper. He framed the fight as polar opposites. Teofimo breaks doors, Shakur picks locks. Rozier said this fight isn't about action, it's about execution. Mistake can flip everything. He brushed off betting odds and called it 50-50 because coaches don't care about numbers. They care about who rises when thinking gets hard. Rozier,
who's smarter, who plays the better cards, and who doesn't make mistakes, because it's gonna be one of those fights where we might not have too much action, but we're all gonna be standing up because we want to see who's gonna land and who's gonna be the one that finds those punches to land. It's a very interesting fight, and they're both in their prime.
Rozier broke down Shakur's defense as reactive, not invincible. Defensive fighters hunt counters, which means if you give them time, you volunteer to get punished. His answer wasn't reckless. Pressure was smart volume. Make him miss once or twice, not 8 times. Don't admire your work. Force sequences. Take away time, because Shakur with time is deadly. Shakur without time is a different conversation. Now it's on you. When everything tightens up, who do you trust? The fighter who can give you 50 on the right night, or the one who gives you 25 every single time?
To kind of deal with a guy like Shakur Stevenson, how would you approach a fighter like Shakur Stevenson if you were Teofimo Lopez with the attributes that he has?
I would think Teofimo, being that technically he's a bigger fighter, bigger size, he's been at the weight class a little more, and then just maybe built into it more. I would think he would have speed at some point, footwork at some point. And I mean, he's really one of the best skilled fighters out there. So it's hard to say, oh, this is what you gotta do. No, it ain't easy, trust me. But being Teofimo, again, if he's bigger, naturally stronger.
He reminded everyone that hype doesn't win, rounds decisions do. When a trainer like Garcia calls it a great matchup, what he really means is dangerous for both fighters. He acknowledged Teofimo's big wins and Shakur's chase for history, then shifted to what fans often ignore: heart and intelligence. Garcia made it clear this fight isn't about looking flashy online, it's about who plays the better hand and who doesn't blink. He talked to time. Drop your take in the comments. Let's really talk about it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Bloodline Boxing. See you in the next one.